Well, good evening, good evening. How you doing? Happy Friday to each and every one of you. Once again, we want to welcome you to the Goyah studio. This is your host, SUBOR Freeman, coming live from the state of Minnesota. It is absolutely beautiful today in the state of Minnesota. Yesterday, it was a little bit, but we're grateful to God. And so today we want to say, wherever you find yourself, we want to say welcome to the show. We first and foremost want to begin the show like we normally would do. We want to say happy birthdays to all those who are celebrating their birthday in this month of June. We pray that God will bless you with many more fulfilling years with all your heart desire, good health, peace of mind. If you are celebrating your birthday and it fall on your anniversary, we say double shout out to you and your spouse. We pray that God will bless our holy matrimony homes with peace, love, prosperity, happiness, and longevity. If you are bereaved, we want to take this time to extend our deepest condolences to you and your family. We pray that God will comfort you, God will console you, you and your family, and that God Almighty alone will give you that strength to overcome this difficult time of bereavement in your life. We also want to use the time to send a special shout out to a good friend of mine who will be celebrating her birthday this coming Sunday. She's in Liberia. We want to send a special shout out to my friend and sister, Miss Thomas. We pray that God will bless you with long life, good health, peace of mind, and everything that you ever dream of. That God will bless you and that you receive it. With that being said, I will pause it for a minute because I want to make sure that the video is that so bear with me for a minute as we as we try to send our invitation to our faithful listeners. Just bear with me for a minute. Just bear with me for a minute. Hang in there. You know, the weekend is, and we also want to take this time to wish you happy Friday, man. The weekend, wherever you find yourself, we hope that you take good care of yourself. Don't do too much. Shout out to my friend and brother Moses Ward, who will be celebrating his wedding anniversary this coming, which is tomorrow. Yeah. Pray that God Almighty will bless your wedding matrimony home with peace, love, good health, and what have you. So, Maryland County, all road lead to Mr. Moses Ward, the hardworking financial secretary. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. Just a couple more minutes to go. We're almost there. Okay, we're almost there. Bear me, bear me, bear me. All right, now we're back. Thanks for your patience. Today, as you can see, the headline says, oh, what can JMB, oh, I meant to say JMB, but I said JND. What can JMB government learn from former President George MANNEH WEAH government? And you know, for the past week, the news coming from Liberia, to some extent, have been very, very disheartening, especially given the fact that we talk about change, and the message was very loud. The message was very loud and clear that we can't keep doing the same thing over and over and expect to get different results. But as you can see, you know, after President WEAH conceded after the election, he addressed the nation directly from his church. And he alluded to why his government failed. He talked about the fact that people within his government took their personal interest before the country. People refused to work together. And because of that reason, they wasn't able to achieve the proper agenda. The Liberian people were marginalized. And they pay for it at the ballot box because people were very unhappy with the fact that instead of people coming together to work as a team for the betterment of the nation and the people of Liberia, people instead went after each other as enemy. And sometimes, you know, when I listened to the president when he made that statement in his church, I was not surprised, but I was surprised again because I don't know when did he realize that the in-house fighting was just too much. And even, I mean, like I always say on the show, I'm a man that firmly believes in the Bible. If we can work together, the Bible says, yeah, a horse that is divided will never stand. And so we saw this, like I said, Liberia got some of the brightest people you find on planet Earth. But how do we use our intelligence, the God-given talent, the blessing that God gave us? Because you, as president, I don't know, you realize it after you lost the election, or this is something that he got consumed with the fact that people were running to him and giving him a lot of mis or disinformation about other people, and maybe that's what he wanted to hear at the time. I don't know. But you know, it was breathtaking that the president acknowledged, the former president, that the reason why his government was because the lack of what he called working together. Why am I saying this? I just want to remind us, especially Joseph Human Boycott, the rescue mission. And so you could see that if Open could have done a little bit more, maybe the outcome could have been different. And some of these people that are currently working with government saw that and they understood that and they know the danger it brings to destabilizing any institution where people can come together to work. And so we see all these things happening right now. Early on in JMB government, we not, like I said on the show, we do not come here to defend any one political party or to defend any one individual. But what we believe, like we have been encouraging people that we all have to get involved, use our voices as much as possible, try to educate our people on issues that is unfolding in Liberia. And I mean, what can we do if we will be successful? What can we do? We have to change our mindset. And one of the biggest problems that we face as a nation and people, not just in Liberia, but outside and inside of Liberia, is the fact that we do not like to work together. People feel intimidated by people. I don't know for whatever reason, especially for those of us who God bless and we travel. Not anywhere, but to be specific, to what we call the, whether you like it or not, evidence that I'm not just saying the greatest country on planet Earth, the United States of America. And you see here, the people in leadership will bring the best mind around them. And one thing people need to understand here, when you bring the best around to work, you take all the credit. They're not going to look for the people under there that are doing the work. Trust me, if you are the head for, take for example, for RIA, and RIA is booming, and you hear they talk about a good thing, you know who the credit goes to? It goes to the managing director of RIA. And so I don't know why people feel like they can bring the best together and share ideas, collaborate. Let's collaborate, let's share ideas. How can we move the country forward? But we see that early on this government is just too much in-house fighting. And so before we already got an older president, what the time the president is supposed to take to try to settle dispute among his future. Then when will the president will concentrate on the rescue agenda? When will the president, rather concentrate on the rescue agenda? It's dangerous for the country. And I will urge President Joseph Juma Boakai, if he can't pull hard to this thing right now, I'm telling you, it's going to cause a major problem, not just for his government, but for the people of Liberia. What do I mean? People, the first alarm came from the Good Governance Commission. The Good Governance Commission, where people accusing the commission that he's trying to do all the work. And then we see followed by the deputy minister of state with a portfolio, or what's the lady name? I was thinking about her name. Now come down to the Liberia Drugs Agency, that the director and his two principal deputy got into a phase for, to the extent that the police director have to drive to put the situation under control while the president is away. And so the president, can you imagine you, the president, you away in South Korea, where you attending to national issue, working trip. You trying to navigate because you have so many African leaders from around the world. And you occupy, you got your agenda, things that you're trying to, okay, day one, we have to do this, day two, and then you're getting call. You're getting call from back home saying one of your top ranking officer and his deputy, they have turned into what we call cash out clay and mark taxing. And so now they're in boxing ring. You're not just saying from honor day, you're talking about from the top. The top, you're talking about the top. Where people should be sitting down and strategizing. Strategizing. What can I do? Especially, I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed and hurt about the latest saga that took place as the Liberia Drugs Agency. Because if you look at Liberia right now, I told people I was in Liberia not too long ago. I was there in March. I make a quick trip over there. I mean, you see the children in our country, they are turned into zombies. Drugs have taken over the people. And so drugs is a major issue in Liberia right now. And I tell people, oh, you can say all you want. You can say, oh, my daughter or my son, they not, no. Because sooner or later, in your own community, when the thing becomes so obvious, so available, then the chances of your child getting hope is high. And so we are what I call war. And the president said, declare war on drugs. We must clean the street. We have to make sure that if Liberia will succeed, if Liberia will become a vibrant nation, then therefore we must use every resources we have to combat drugs at every level. The president went as far as saying, I will take a drug test. And we're urging all the cabinets, people from the executive branch, to do drug tests. This is how much concerned the president is when it comes to drugs. But here we go, the in-house fighting, my people. In-house fighting. Everybody trying to flex that muscle. When will we put the Liberian people business first? When will we put the Liberian people business first? We getting to the place that we get too selfish, too consumed and self-centered about ourselves. We have to find ways to work together. I don't think President Joseph Boakai is in a position to take up most of his time trying to settle dispute among grown men and women. But people, if Liberia will succeed, if the rescue mission will succeed, we must act as adults. We have to grow up. We have to accept responsibility. We have to hold each other accountable. We have to hold ourselves accountable. We can do better than this. Because I'm telling you, if we would sit around and mess around and just think that, because by now, you know, we should be able to learn from these things, because we saw what happened to the proper agenda, where people took too many time to bring each other down instead of them doing the Liberian people work. And guess what? Guess who paid for it? The Liberian people pay for it dearly too. And you know, when I heard former President George MANNEH WEAH saying that, it saddened me to the extent that I don't know how long it took him to realize. And so, my people, we have to get to a place and recognize that in order for us to be successful as a nation and people, we have to be able we have to be willing to work with each other. And we have to forget about ourselves. They're going to retreat. The president said it. He said it beautifully before a cabinet meeting, the cabinet retreat. We can come and say we want a job, we want a position. You want a position for what? To bluff? Serving your people is an honor. Serving your people is an honor. And so we have to be able to take that responsibility very seriously. We have to be able to take that responsibility very, very seriously. We can't sit and mess around. It is affecting that behavior, affecting Liberia right now. Yes, the president of South Korea. Because when we get to a place that we feel like it gotta be about us, so even if somebody comes with some good ideas or suggestions, how to put the rescue mission agenda. People step on it. What are we doing here? What are we doing? You think leadership is play? We have to be able to make a difference in the lives of our people. Look at the time the police director took, can you imagine when the fighting took place between the A.B. Kroman and his two principal deputies? We're talking about Monday, first day of the week, where everybody should be basic. Everything people plan during the week, Monday, and see how we can start executing and implementing those policies. But the next thing you look, and guess who laughing? Who laughing? And there's so much to go around. Claim, counter claims. This is sad. It makes me sad. And that is why I took this time to say we have to talk about the benefit of working together. We have to understand. We have to understand what it means. I still can't believe that people will just sit down and just fight among themselves for no good reason. Because what? You mad? You mad? No. No. And so today, let's look at the benefit of, the benefit of working together, because, since 1847, man, especially our generation right now, I will say it. Our generation right now is just a mess. I don't know what to say, but our generation right now is not happy in anything. We need to ready to look and dive into this thing, because it's just too sad. It's very, very sad. Very, very sad. And so we thought to discuss the issue today, because I think it is imperative that we talk about too many dysfunctional behavior going on in Liberia right now. And if we say we mean business and we want Liberia to succeed, then I think we need to do a better job. We really do. We really do. Because other than that, we're not going nowhere. Other than that, we're not going nowhere. Yeah. And so yeah, so we the benefit of working together, what we can come together and share ideas, ideas, good ideas. Because if we take it all the time to undermine each other, or because the time you take to run to the president to you want favor, you go into him, you use that time. You come together. Here we are. The deputy and his people clashing. Who knows who's saying the truth? We don't know who's saying the truth right now. And those allegations are very damning. Are you telling us the notorious drugs laws are in control of our DEA, where the top of the department has been compromised? Because that's what we're hearing. That was the accusation from the two deputy to the justice minister. Because if we really mean business, then I think I brought in trouble. Because if you're telling me the chief architect who is charged with the responsibility of cleaning the entire Liberia from drugs, and you're telling me that he's being compromised. I'm not Freeman is not saying it, but the reason why I choose to highlight, and not just to only play all the fighting going on, there are just too many in-house fighting right now. The Liberian people do not need that. We do not need that right now. We need people to be men and women. The president cannot babysit. And we hope that when the president gets back again, he will call another retreat. And we'll say to Joseph Walker, you can't hesitate. You can't allow sympathy to exceed the interests of the Liberian people. People should be held accountable. Because we want serious-minded people. We can't get caught into our feelings. Look, we claim that for 6 years. I said this and I will say it again. Every time I take to the airwave, I will remind us. It's easy that everybody will point the finger at Judge WEAH. And I think that the mistake we keep making. Because it's just easy that you just say, oh, Judge WEAH was the problem. I said it over and over. Liberian problem is each and every one of us. The presidency is it carries so much responsibility. You can't tell me that the president is supposed to be to the justice ministry, be to public work ministry, be to health ministry, be to the DA. It's impossible. Not alone, the president is old. I SUBOR Freeman young and very energetic. I get that energy because you got your own. It's just too much, and so that's why you bring people on board. I'll be able to execute the agenda. And so what is that is so difficult that we can't do the right thing in Liberia? Why? We gathering news from the summit that we're here in South Korea, Kenya, Sierra Leone, Ghana, all the people securing memorandum of understanding. All the put out to that summit. And we're waiting anxiously to see what's the benefit from that trip. But the president got to be in meeting on the phone, talking to people. No, if the president travel, he should be relaxed and focus on the task ahead. You went there for a job to get it done for Liberian people. He can't be what they be getting caught up. People fighting again. You kidding me there? Your children are fighting the horse? It's impossible. It's the other woman said this. No. We don't have time for that, my people. We don't have time for that. If you're not prepared, to do the Liberian people job, then we ask you to politely say in your resignation. That would be the best thing to do, because we tired going in cycle. Where people, the only thing people want, they want the job to just sit on the job. We won't see people making a difference. Thank you, Mambo Bede. Congratulations today, my man, for all the achievement you want today. Mamu, you are a true team player. And we're going to use you as an example on the show, because this is what we're talking about. You and Samuel Bingo, you guys were highlighted today. And I would rather want to take the time to congratulate you and Samuel Bingo for being a team player, willing to go the extra mile, what we call go above and beyond. That's why we need to learn in Liberia. It shouldn't be about you, it should be about the team. There are just so many things to do in Liberia right now, but we're so consumed about ourselves. And it really frustrates me, especially people from America. How do we get past this? If we can't work together, we're not going nowhere. And if Joseph Boakai really wants to succeed, like he said, then he better take action. We can see each other as enemy. Now we don't know whether they. I was just reading the complaint that was filed by Fatiga and the deputy for administration to the justice minister. So if you can, those are not small things there. And we now the reason why I'm using the DEA because it's the recent one that led into physical altercation that the police director Gregory Coleman had to drive over there. Just imagine where the police director. I was in, like I said, I was in Liberia. It's just too much work to do right now. No time to spare. And those people that are doing all this thing, they know it. Everywhere you pass. Look at the Capitol building right now. And you will see some of the headlines that we're going to be reading what is unfolding in our country right now, Liberia, as we speak. I mean, it's just fighting all over the place. What people protected themselves. And the sad thing, this is something that happens all the time. Because you waste so much time thinking about yourself before you make up your mind, says you're finished and you ain't accomplished nothing. But the sad thing, the Liberian people will turn around and give you the job right back. So I think people are getting to a place like that they feel like they're the only people that yeah. So my people, we have to get to a place of really understand the importance of working as a team. The pro agenda, beautiful agenda that Open had. You all learn the plan with the platform when you're running. One of the things I like he talked about Liberia were not going to be spectator in our own economy. What happened? People dreaming. You put all the ideas together, but you need people to execute it. And for 6 years, people were undermining each other. People were fighting each other. People were killing each other. And only to hear the president confirm that when he lost the election, he said he acknowledged that the decision by the Liberian people was the right thing because instead of people fighting to move the country forward, people were so consumed about themselves. We're behind the 8 ball. We can't afford to do that. Look, here's the thing. In order to be successful, you have to bring the best. I don't know why we're afraid of competition. Why are we afraid of competition? That's number one. Not be afraid of competition. Never, ever. Especially, again, people that live in the United States of America, went to school here. The people always recruit the best. The CEO, the directors. Think about it. They bring people together. That's why you hear the people say, where I work, we talk about team meeting at the school. You come together, you brainstorm. What can we do? We got to lean on each other. From September to June, we have to lean on each other. Support each other because it's a tough job. Yeah, we all understand sometimes we'll come from home, our own or problem. But when the working environment is very good and conducive, sometimes help ease. But when you come from whom and the man you're supposed to be talking to about the betterment of the department or the ministry, you can see eye to eye, my people, then we're not going nowhere. Then we're not going nowhere. That means we just play. We play. Then we're not being serious. And so we have to get to a place that we put our feelings aside. And I said it the other day on the show last week, Wednesday, where I talk about accountability. People, we don't like to hold ourselves accountable. When I talk about what happened with the current minister, I think if we can get to that place where we can feel like, okay, if I screw up, regardless of my title or my connection, I have to accept the fact that I made a mistake. And if somebody come to me and tell me, say, Mr. Director or Mr. Minister or Mr. wherever, I shouldn't look at that person like the person trying to undermine me. Thank you, Mamu. Thank you. I should embrace the fact that he being honest with me. You want me to be better. And now that mistake we made, we can sit together and discuss the way forward. What can I do next time that we can't make that mistake again? And so just imagine the amount of now we heard from the good commissioner, good governance. Problem there. We heard that. And I know it's not the only place. Then we heard from the Deputy Minister of State with her portfolio. They accused him that she too close to the president. Then we hear about all the hauling and pulling to where the place? Labor Ministry. Capitol building. DA owned the reason why it caught everybody's attention because it resulted into physical altercation, like I said. So just think about everything that is happening right now. Think about it for a minute. Just think about it for a minute. And because when you get at that level, then it almost like people are enemies. Where the deputy, the head, and the deputy is supposed to be like this, discussing strategies, having a very good conversation, how to make things better, how to conquer the bad guys. But guess who laughing right now? Divided with Congo. They say you divide and you conquer them. That's a simple but a very strategic strategies. And so the people now, the drugs, people who selling drugs, they're happy because every operation hot since Monday. Suspend the director and the two principal deputy and the what they call officer in charge. So the man now who come in now, he don't even know the scope of operation of the agency. Now he gotta be scrambling now. And if you haven't heard it, take it from me. The criminal are always one step ahead. They're one step ahead. And so before the officer in charge can recalibrate, try to catch up and find out and understand, the criminal are already one step ahead. So from the time I first to play to Monday to Friday, they already finished strategy. So they're already the 10 step ahead already. What we doing, people? What we doing? So we just appealing and just taking the time to appeal to each and every one of us. We cannot be fighting among ourselves. We got to learn how to work together, my people. Let us learn from why we're not learning from our mistakes. Why? Why are we not learning from our mistakes? This is how you get better. There's a saying, they say when you stomp your foot and you fall down, you're not looking to where you fell down. You're looking to where what caused you to fall. And if you see that rock or you see that stone, two things. You either remove the rock so the next person that come in will not hit that rock and fall. Or better still, if you can remove the stone, you'll notice Father, there's a stone. What people do here in this country when they see the type of thing, they make a sign and put it there, or they put something that when people walking, they will see and they can't use that route or that road because they don't want anybody to get hurt. Since they was the first that went through that, they say, okay, I got to make it my duty that anybody coming after me shouldn't go through this. And so they create some awareness. This is something that we should be doing more often. But it's so sickening and tired that we keep making the same mistakes over and over and over. We have to get to a place that we can understand that we're not enemies. We're on the same team. Or they're on the rescue team. Work together. If you have some differences, walk in politely and tell the person. And the sad thing and the frustrating thing is the fact that people will complain. And now they get the opportunity to make the difference. They can't. They cannot. And so time before I spend. So we're going to review the headlines and see what is going on. And then we'll tell you exactly in this segment, every time we get to this segment, we see this is Samuel Bingo ideas. This is his idea. He really say we need to do this for the newspaper. Because you see, a lot of people don't have the means to buy newspaper or get ready. So sometimes when you do the type of show, we have to make sure we inform our people. And since we've been doing this is one of the segments that we get a lot of good results from. And so we're going to look at the headlines, and then from there we will call it a day, because today is Friday and people getting ready for the weekend, especially for those of us that work with the school district. School closed, even though we got other stuff going, but people got to take in. Weather is good, so we don't want to keep your time. We don't want to take too much of your time. Enough have been said already. So let's just look at the headline. Government of Liberia restore Western Cluster road usher permit. One more after the revocation. And I'm glad, this is something that I'm saying here. The Ministry of Public Works Money restored the Western Cluster road user permit, which was suspended on May 3rd, 2024. Foreign President Joseph Boakai expressed dissatisfaction over the manner in which the company continued to destroy the road with the heavy-duty trucks. Just imagine, this is what I'm talking about. The president, he got to take the president, Joseph Boakai, to say no. These people got to do something. They're using the road, they're destroying the road. You got people in those positions. What are they doing? What are they doing? You see it. Well, far away to go. A lot of y'all. Wow. I know. It's not easy, man. I told you. People, and Liberian people, sometimes we just sit down, we just put everything on the president, right for the soul. But you don't know how frustrating it is that when people would take Take action and the president will acknowledge. Let people care complain, say the tendency is the president mean business. Take action that will benefit the Liberian people. Oh, they may refuse to do this. Look at what we stay here. And you know, and this one I'm going to say this one. I told the people we're joking. Because we told the Liberian people prior to the elections, you can reward bad behavior. Liberian people couldn't reward bad behavior. They were having, I'm not even going to read the whole thing, but just imagine the House review request to recall fiscal year 2024 national budget. Liberia House review request to recall fiscal year 2024 national budget. Today, June 7. Members of the House of Representatives have directed the leadership to invite the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning to address claim of altercation in the 2024 national budget. During the regular session on Thursday, Representative Clarence Goyah, District Number 5, Margibi County, informed his colleagues that the executive may have altered the approved national budget of fiscal year 2024. Just imagine we're in June. And these are some of the things we keep saying. These are things that we're saying here. And the 2024 budget stay, the post still fighting and fighting and fighting when government should start disbursing funds for the very, I don't know. Major programs. Look at most of the students that are on scholarship in China, Ghana, Morocco, you name it. Some of them haven't gotten their per diem for a very long time, all because of the one budget. And yeah, still the post still holding and pulling. What are we talking about? But again, that's what we're doing in Liberia. We reward bad behavior. Bad people in our community get all the attention. Here we go. And that's when you can put this on Joseph Boakai. He got a lot of good intention, but I don't know. Your horse, the first branch of government has to be very responsible to make sure that they work along with the leadership to implement. The speaker said it. And this can be. I mean, it's just too many stuff right now, man. It's just too much stuff. And this is the same thing we're talking about. When will we learn how to work together? When? Ministry of Transport denied issuing fake insurance document. Let's see. The Ministry of Transport and the Liberian National Police have launched an investigation into the report linking some of its employees to the alleged falsification of insurance documents in document at the ministry. The same people sit down and say motorcyclists, tricycle and motorcyclists need insurance. Now, here we go now. People using it now to give some employee at the ministry engaged in unwholesome habit of collecting their money and refusing to issue them insurance and registration. This is just, again, every sector you turn, my man. And this is something that people will sit there and say, Joseph Boakai. No, you got your first branch of government. When the type of thing come up, they need to investigate. Oh, my people. We're not holding people accountable. We're not. Here we go. Nigerian drug smuggler to stand trial as female drugs peddler arrested. We just spent a great deal of time. Nigerian drug smuggler to stand trial as female drugs peddler arrested. Look at the leg here. You see what I'm talking about? It says several Nigerian drug smugglers who were arrested earlier this year by officers of the Liberian Drug Enforcement Agency. Now, can you imagine you got the type of thing already, people investigating already. Can you imagine this? And you got the people fighting. You got the people fighting. You got the people fighting. Who got serious work to do? Serious work. Serious work. Yeah, another one. We talk about this. Stable food for the Liberian people. Government Ministry refute claim, clarify rice input, pricing, and distribution. The Ministry of Commerce and Industry has rejected accusations made against its Minister Ahmad Modar by Freedom FM manager Sekou Sharif. In a Facebook post Wednesday, journalist Sharif claimed that rice importer during a meeting refused to accept Minister Modar request for 25 cents US on each bag of rice sold at the price of 17. Adding that said refusal eventually led to the increment of $17 USD to settle all sides. I mean, you know, we'll say this thing. People were all around here badging the CDC government, right for the soul. But if you get it, you can't make the difference, then I understand. I really don't understand. It's shame, it's disgraceful, it's disappointing, and I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know what to say about this. But again, before we take our leave, we all should, instead of standing on the sideline, criticizing, and putting the country down, we all have to put our hand in the dirt. We have to hold these people accountable. We cannot be afraid. If the brother get better, then I believe we all have to play our part. And so once again, we want to say thanks to each and every one of you for your time. We appreciate our faithful listeners for tuning in. Once again, we want to say happy birthday to all those who are celebrating their birthdays in this month of June. We say have a blast, be safe, and we will talk to you next week, Wednesday. If anything come up before Wednesday, then of course we will let you know. Until then, this is your host, SUBOR Freeman, saying so long from the Goyah studio. You have a wonderful weekend. Stay blessed and be safe. Now, before I leave, I want to remind us, hopefully from now to Wednesday, I will try to get the president of the Looking Town Association in the America to come on the show, because they come in September. The Looking Town Association will be having her convention. And you see, I'm from Looking Town. I'm a Looking Townian. We call it LT City. And so we will be if we can get her to come on, because the reason of the convention is to raise funds. We're trying to raise money. The president got a couple of projects that you want to undertake. Let me just give you a small hint. Things that the Looking At Association have been doing. For the past years, we have been awarding scholarship to students within Looking Town. And so that scholarship continued this going time. The balance 2,000 was just disbursed to clear the rest of the school fees. So you can see the Looking At Association in America is doing great things. And so to keep up with that scholarship with the project, this coming September, we will be raising funds. So if we can get the president to come on this platform, we will be appealing to you people to help us accomplish our goal, because we are determined to continue to give scholarships to, that's what we call giving back. And I want to say to the past leadership, the current leadership, and all the leaderships for the continued hard work by organizing us, by doing all this planning just to help our people back home. We appreciate every one of you people. We pray that God will continue to bless you with long life, strength, as you steer the affairs of the Looking Town Association. So we will be finding ways to bring our hardworking president on this platform, Madam Natasha Washlow Sandy, to come and explain to you, because for me, I already know what is unfolding. But people, if you haven't joined the Looking Town Association yet, or you haven't heard about the Looking Town Association, I'm telling you, it is about time that you reconsider, because it is no joking thing that we are doing. People are working very hard to make sure we reach out to our brothers and sisters back home, especially one of the areas that I've been very pleased is the scholarship. We raise money and we pay people's school fees back home. A lot of family, we all know the economic hardship. Like I always say, I'm a big believer in the future. How do we sustain a nation? We have to invest in education. This is something that the Looking Town Association have been doing, for the past, I know, almost 5 years. And so, if you're from Looking Town, we're begging you, try to reach out to me. We'll put you in the chat room, pay your due, let's continue to help our people back home. And so I just wanted to make sure I say that before I leave. So as soon as we can get a green light from the president, then we'll bring her on for her to explain more to you people. Once again, we want to say thanks to each and every one of you. Have a pleasant weekend. Stay safe. Stay warm. Stay cool. And what have you. Thank you, Maya Hama. I will make sure I do that. Yeah. I meant to say Joseph M. Bwaka was a JND. So thank you. I'll make sure I edit that. Imaya Hama, thank you. This is what we like. People, we are human beings. We're not God. Thank you, Pastor Imaya Hama. I'll make sure I edit that heading. But again, we're looking forward to your involvement. Pastor Hama from Looking Town. LT said, man, we have to be able to help our people. Bring your talent, bring your education, bring whatever you have. We need it. We have to work together. You heard me saying that. We have to work together. We have to collaborate to make our LT City the best. So long, my people. Stay blessed. Good night, everybody.